Eric will come back and cast via Dota TV. Nice little 5-minute delay.
It must suck for those people that are like, oh man, OG game's on at 7. Okay, I'll come in by 7:45. I can probably catch a draft, right?
Right, that's the thing. We've trained them to tune in late, and now we're ready to go relatively on time.
How dare you, MDL? How dare you make your fans miss their favorite Dota teams play by starting on time?
Despicable. Someday they'll start late.
Okay, so OG has a whopping 1-2 record. So it's not looking very
How can you define it as whopping when you didn't even know what the numbers were?
I knew it was bad. I wasn't sure if it was 1-3 or 1-2.
Okay.
OG's turn to bat.
So it was either a double or a triple whopper, but you know.
Yep.
There's only one way to find it. Alright, so on to the draft here. Drow is the hero of the tournament, it seems. First phase banned by OG. Everybody's banning that Drow right now, or picking
There's
it.
so many Chinese teams at this tournament that you have to ban Drow. They all love that Drow. It's 5 Chinese teams out of 8 teams because Vici replaced the EU qualifier.
Who was the EU qualifier originally?
Europe qualifier was cancelled due to schedule problem.
Remaining.
The slot was given to Vici Gaming, so there weren't even any
the
qualifiers.
Classic schedule problem.
Remaining.
Chinese tournament.
That leads to a fortuitous Chinese replacement.
How convenient.
The fix is in.
OG's turn to pick.
How convenient for them.
Newbee are actually going to ban that Fly Shadow Shaman first phase.
Wow.
That's surprising.
That
Did
is
you say
super
great?
surprising.
We'll take the much more OP hero.
Yeah, aren't you happy if they pick Shadow Shaman first?
Yeah, the King of Sand comes out. Like, there's ways to punish that Shadow Shaman, right?
Yes. Pretty much by picking any normal hero.
Oh dear.
They have won one game.
10 seconds
It was not with the
remaining.
Shadow Shaman. Okay.
5
stuff.
seconds.
Disruptor.
They did run a Meepo
Turn
yesterday
to
too,
pick.
OG, but they got crushed. Badly, I might add.
Yeah, that's like the don't forget we can run Meepo pick, but it only works if you win, you know.
Yeah, just like the Shadow Shaman. It's like
Yeah.
they don't win that. It is pretty good for them, but they're still like Visage, they're still Dazzle.
10
I think there's plenty of
seconds
other
remaining.
5s that they still do well with that. But Newbee probably coming in here,
5
pretty
seconds
confident.
remaining.
Head full of steam.
Newbee are also 1 and 2, a whopping 1 and 2, the double whopper.
OG's turn to pick.
No, that's the double whopper, Ben.
Oh man, this is for all the whoppers. So the winner of this gets quadruple whopper.
We talked about EG saving strats yet?
You already did.
We're
It's
waiting
yesterday.
for you to deliver the
EG's
sermon.
not here, man.
I know, but they lost the game yesterday, right?
Not everything's about EG.
Did you guys watch that game? They ran 5 position puck with the mid.
They ran it twice. Actually, they ran it in the second stream before you guys cast that game.
5 position puck twice.
Yes.
Damn.
Apparently
man,
they won. They ran it versus Clutch Gamers, and then again, I think it was versus one of the LGD teams.
Right, but the winning against clutch gamers that actually count.
It's like LeBron dunking on high schoolers.
Yeah, exactly.
College players. The 76ers.
Are they that bad? I'm not into the.
They're actually looking a little up, but they've been pretty consistent.
What was their record this last season?
Not great, but there's like some signs of life, you know.
You know, in like professional sports, if you have like a 65% win rate, you're like god tier. But in
Dota, it's like
Dota's-
you're like, eh.
yeah, there's
You're
so many
okay.
trash can teams that 65% is okay. You might be T1.
There's a lot of trash can teams in professional sports, though.
Yeah, but they're still like good.
In the eyes of the fans, though, if you're not like top 5, you're
EG has a 61%
Garbage.
win rate according to the Dota buff.
Oh, okay.
So they're trash can team too by
Trash can.
trash cans.
I don't know where you got that statistic, but I think
this was back when they used to have to qualify for everything. Because they would just like romp everyone in the qualifiers. Now EG gets invited to every
Now,
tournament.
bear
so they
in
only
mind,
play good
EG's
teams.
professional stats go back to like when Demon and Melk were on the team.
Okay,
so-
That's
so he's-
2012.
all right. Let me sort it by time. Sort
Let's
it by
filter this by like year. or something.
last 12 months.
Last 12 months. Okay, what are we looking at?
Reserve time.
61%.
Oh, but also bear in mind they're
about
only
without-
playing.
Wait, I
They're
don't.
only listen as an EG apologist here. In their defense,
Is
they're
that
only
true?
playing like tier 1 competition nowadays, right? Because they're
Yeah,
mostly
yeah,
just
I
getting.
I don't
Exactly.
think that's sorted properly. Let me pull out the calculator because I'm only 780 in math. 115 plus 72, so that's 187 total games. So 64%.
Can we just
last year.
stream Lumi using calculator? I feel like this is way more fun than the actual.
So they have a
Commentary.
65% win rate in the past year.
Okay.
Is that what Ben would call a dumpster statistic?
Infamous is 73%.
Yes, in South America.
So Infamous
in
is
qualifiers.
Remember, like Newbee and Secret had these like obnoxious win streaks.
Yeah.
That happens.
Newbee's turn to pick.
What was Newbee's like 22 or something?
Yeah, they had like a 2-month winning streak or something after TI. It was ridiculous.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but we do have a draft, and we should at least talk a little bit about it
I
here.
mean, there is not a Lich, so there's not much.
There was a Shaman first phase ban, so Fly gets that big respect ban. OG snap up the King of Sand himself.
5 seconds
Newbee
remaining.
going for these strong, kind of stable playmakers, the Disruptor, the Earthshaker. OG grabbed the Bristleback, who's been kind of ignored for the most part, at least in the games we've cast in the group stage here at MDL. I do find this interesting. Newbee going for that Bloodseeker ban, which we saw a decent amount of in tandem with Bristle in the qualifiers, mainly for Europe and CIS. And the IO Guts ban second stage, so kind of the Bristleback partners that let him farm those Ancients getting removed here.
They aren't scared of Dazzle. Dazzle Bristle is obnoxious. Anyways. OG did draft slightly greedily in some of their games. They also, drafted Batrider into Oracle plus...
Into Oracle Nyx.
Was that OG? Or was that a different team?
Was that OG?
I don't think it was OG.
No, I don't think it was OG.
There was
a
one
different
of-
team. But they also drafted Meepo into, Void AA?
Yeah.
It's been tough for them.
There was that Arc Warden game.
It was our recording game.
And then the Invoker last pick, we didn't think that was good. Yeah, I think OG just drafts very greedily. Fly also likes a 5-position Phoenix quite a lot of time. I mean, if you could get away with that and go for a long game, your talents really carries you. But
I mean, Fly's had some incredible performances on said Phoenix, though. But it is all about like what's around that, and is there room for the Phoenix? Phoenix could be good this game. You know, you're up against Bristleback, but not a Newbee hero so much, I would say. Seen on occasion from the team in the past, but not recently.
doesn't Kaka have a really good Phoenix?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
10
Nowadays he
seconds
first best
remaining.
hero. Or
First
it
best
was
hero?
It was the hero that he was best
5
with
seconds
first.
remaining.
They've kind of shied away from running that. They like these like supports that have more
Reserve
pick-off
time.
potential or
That can roam more.
disable. Yeah.
He's not a static laner anymore. He used to be much more static. But Kaka's been running around everywhere, all
He's-
lanes, all day.
The new FY.
Yep.
A little less greedy, though. So what do OG want here? And how are they planning to lane this? The Bristle, it's always open-ended. I think they've run it in all 3 roles, I want to say.
I mean, I'm looking at OG's past 3 draft, and I don't see a single hero that they've ran twice so far.
Are they doing the VP challenge? Did they run Sand King or Bristle?
Not yet.
Okay. You're only looking at 2 drafts, though.
You know, I'm cycling through all 3.
I don't think if you're OG, you need to give yourself more of a challenge than the one already ahead of you.
They ain't no Virtus Pro yet.
I mean, my point is, it's really hard to predict what they'll play because they could play.
I mean, are you
lot.
are you at all concerned if you're an OG fan, given that they were at Manila, they were at Epicenter, we're now seeing just the beginning of MDL, and they have not really looked that good on this patch yet. There hasn't been a point where it's like this is the OG that won the majors.
They're just trying to sneak in a TI. Just
Under the radar.
yeah.
They won 2 majors. No one's gonna ignore them.
Only 2.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Hey, that's 100% win rate. A lot higher than EG.
5 seconds
I don't
remaining.
think they're sneaking in under the radar.
But 0 TI wins.
Yes. A 0% win rate.
OG's turn to pick.
Infinitely worse than EG's TI win rate.
780s.
No. Plebs. Well, Newbee are going to go for the Death Prophet here. So, as they often do, they
10
love these like
seconds remaining.
big group up and fight type combinations.
Tough versus Dazzle, though.
Let's get it here.
I would say.
Turn to
Why is that? Weave?
Weave. Yeah, remember Sven's kind of seen as a Death Prophet counter? I think Dazzle's also pretty decent. but not great.
Well, very balanced composition for OG. You know, not overly greedy. Some good team fights, some good late game, good split push. They farm well. They can fight relatively early.
That's before you see their last pick.
Yes.
Bristle goes.
Here comes the
position
Meepo.
3.
Here comes the Meepo.
Yeah, if it's Meepo, then it's been.
Reserve
Oof.
time.
But they can't.
Times are tough.
They can't pick Meepo. They've already run it, so it has to be a hero that.
They've already run Invoker.
They were
That's
ran
true.
Invoker.
Okay,
so
they're not doing
Yeah,
that.
with the Invoker pick,
Turn
it's
to ban.
Dunzo.
Dunzo, indeed.
So yesterday, they ran the Oracle support. Well, they being IGA, right? It was Bobuka playing the Oracle, helping out his mid.
10 seconds
Godly
remaining.
Oracle. I
Yeah,
know
it
that.
was. I wonder if Kaka. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could play it.
5
I don't know.
seconds
If,
remaining.
I don't know if you would ban the bat if you're going for the Oracle, though. So that, in fact, may indicate Newbee don't want the Oracle.
OG's turn.
I mean, Bat was picked into the Oracle yesterday, so
And he got
evidently,
he
yeah.
got dumpstered, you know. So
Yeah. Okay.
is it an off-lane shaker? I mean, we assume so, but
The only time we haven't seen an off-lane shaker was when Afu was playing it.
Remaining.
Played at Rome, and it was actually much more
5
impressive.
seconds remaining.
He kind of got the Blink Dagger around the same time an off-lane shaker would, except he was like active on the map at the same time. So
I'm trying to. Ooh,
New
look
B.
at this from OG. Some really heavy push here. Great objective taking lineup now. Physical damage out the wazoo.
does Spirit Siphon break Cloak? And does it break it instantly? You know,
seconds
like really
remaining.
fast. I want. What is the Cloak's like damage threshold?
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's.
Does anybody know?
Not sure.
Where
Off the top
is
of my
our
head.
Visage expert?
Reserve
50.
time.
50 damage, and Spirit Siphon.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
presume does more than 50 damage per second.
Percentage based,
It's
right?
percent based.
So it depends on your.
Okay. All right.
Well, just let me just looked up death.
Oh. I just typed death and I thought it would
And you got
Give me-
gold. Death and you got gold.
death timer. Death Prophet.
Death Note.
Death Note. Classic anime.
Is that a good anime? Link?
That is indeed. Even if you're not an anime fan, you should just
All right,
watch
so
it.
max health drain per second.
0.25 second intervals. Quick, do the math. 0.25
I
second
can't.
intervals.
Only 780.
What is it? 5% a second? Yeah. You got
So
this, dude.
1.25.
1.25% a second.
Yeah.
So how much HP do they need?
1.25 per second.
1.25% per second.
Oh god, the pressure is on.
10 seconds.
So you want the final result to be
I'm
50,
relishing this,
right?
by the way.
The game's gonna be over by the time this one's done.
Alright, so if Visage
Oh
has
my-
100 HP, right? And you do 1 point.
You do 1.25
Okay, the
damage.
answer's
per second.
400. Get out of here. God.
Is that the answer?
I'm so triggered already.
I mean, I'm not even trying.
Oh.
What a try-hard math guy.
I'm just kidding.
Is that the standard NA excuse?
Standard
not even
NA
trying.
excuse.
No, you just start walking
I'm
down
just
mid.
kidding.
That is the
No.
standard an excuse.
Technically,
I think 400 is a bit too
Oh
low,
my
right?
god.
400
what
would be 5, so you need 4,000 HP.
Yeah.
What did he
So
do
it
to
would
my
pretty much never happen.
hotkeys?
So it would never break.
No, wait, the Doom yesterday would.
What?
Doom yesterday had 4,200 HP, dude.
Right, but Visage is not gonna have 4,000 HP.
Yeah. She could.
Confirmed, Visage
talents,
will
dude.
not have.
Get multiple hearts.
So our hypothesis is that.
Okay, 300 health talent, 90 gold per minute.
Okay.
Do the math, how long would it take for her to get like
Our
300?
hypothesis is that Spirit Siphon should not break Cloak, but you know.
Take it easy. We got action, and it's Kaka giving up the first blood.
Oh my god.
And they're giving it to Ana. Easy Midas. Okay, I gotta fix my hotkeys here.
So he insta buys a salve and a clarity. Is that the play? He sells a clarity.
30 seconds to
Or
battle.
is it-
Oh,
He's gonna just.
it's position 1 Visage.
Oh.
Okay. Position 1 Visage.
Okay.
We've heard talks of this before. I think I've seen Matumbo Man played in his pubs a decent amount. Talents are pretty good.
So you get 30% experience, 50 damage. I assume 300 health, right?
Battle begins.
Or do you get the Soul Assumption double strike?
Not sure.
And then you get I guess
I
at that point
actually
it
don't
depends on what item
remember.
he has, right? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't actually like seen it.
So I actually was talking to Parker about just like a core Visage yesterday, and something that he touched on is that you get much quicker levels on a core Visage, and that means you could max cloak much faster, and then you're just like an unkillable beast early on. That's his read on the advantage of a core Visage.
Well, he's in lane versus Shaker, so it won't actually be that bad for him.
But I mean, like he could show up to like a mid team fight, like being level 8, when everyone's like level 5, and he just walks in with max cloak and just
It'd be awesome.
be like, "What's up?"
What up?
All right, we're all good here, Mr. Eric. Ben can relax.
Yay!
So, look at our lane matchups here, gentlemen, as we get underway. Nothing too surprising. It's going to be the off-lane Bristle for Mr. S4, Fly giving him a little support. Kaka blocking the Ancient stacks and generally being a pest. Mid lane and Invoker versus DP showdown, albeit with a nice early advantage for that Invoker. KP on the off-lane Earthshaker, and then, as you mentioned, the most interesting part of this game, a micro hero for Mr. Micro Skills, no tail on the Visage.
Some things that I've seen about the pro teams is that are so good about giving the actual kill to the Invoker with the Sunstrike.
Yep.
Instead of just having it do damage. The downside is you don't actually get full damage from it, but the upside is that the Invoker gets a lot more than he would normally from it.
And that's been like the change, right? It used to be that you just throw the Sunstrike
Yeah, and
ASAP, right? Now teams are just making sure they do hit with it.
It's a tough lane for the Bristle, though. Oogie is giving him the claws and the clap, and he might actually be able to kill him off here. He's trying. The quills are stacking up. The heal could really ruin him. It's going down in a few seconds. Not in time. Oh, S4 playing a little too cocky.
Yeah, both teams were trying to bait it out. Fly was holding out that heal, and then of course Ursa was holding on his like big 8 charge magic stick. But Ursa had more, I guess.
Yeah, with this full lane off lane, Kaka is trying to pressure mid. Definitely wants to.
Moogie just ate a heal bomb though. He's gonna actually like that's the thing about sometimes getting kills in your lanes. Like yeah, it's good getting a kill, but sometimes you can't actually farm that well after because you have to expend all your HP and all your mana. Whereas S4 comes back, he's a Bristle, he can spam him down all the way yet another time. Ah, this pull. I wonder if this pull is still gonna be in the game by TI.
I mean, it's not guaranteed. You still have to time it properly, but
there's so few heroes that you can do this with, though. Like
yeah.
Pudge got patched out, Tusk got patched out,
I think
Tiny got
yeah,
patched out. So, like, look at this. He's like double chaining it too. Now golems are going to be slain by the hands of the Treants.
KP is vicious.
Yeah, but this is it's really strong. Jarex and Nota are also farming up their own stacks, but should they have to resort to that?
Oh, real action in the bottom lane as S4's been caught out. There's the clap and now the overpower. Working through S4, keeps his back turned nicely here though, taking some extra damage. Moogie still gives pursuit. The Grave is timed well. The quills keep on coming. He's still chasing, but the cage, again locking him down. They'll take each other out. Kaka and Moogie and Faith will kill S4 first.
The first half of that fight started really well for Newbee. Kaka was able to roll in and then kick the Ursa away. Sorry, kick the Bristle back.
Away.
No, Bristle back away from the Dazzle, and that's why they were actually able to get him so low. But Grave, good spell.
Ursa does not actually have a 4-man shield. I think that one extra armor would go a long way for him surviving these Bristle quill sprays.
Still shows you how strong the Bristle is, that up against the tri-lane and an Ursa who's supposed to be one of his natural counters, he's still managing to trade in a 3v2 scenario.
He does have one of the best partners, though. I think like Wisp and Dazzle are the 2 best partners for Bristle.
I am surprised that there wasn't any Sunstrikes to like make that scary.
Kaka rolling in mid. He's perhaps overextended here as the Sunstrike comes out, not going to hit him. Still the Cold Snap does the work, and Ana gets a kill. Did force Jarex and Fly both to rotate. Still, our Spirit overextending, and there is a Hill Ward, so that was an easily dodged rotation for Mr. Ana. Wonderful gnome. Meanwhile, Moogie, bottom lane, still going in here on S4. 2 more auto attacks, not in time, and now S4 with the turnaround. The clap comes through. Will survive. He's got to be a little chafed by this Dazzle always being in the right place at the right time.
Well, they survived to the shrine, though. That's pretty good. And looking at the CS, they're actually even on CS, Ursa, and Bristleback. So I would say just, yeah, as you mentioned, a big win for OG. Only having 2 heroes down there and still shutting down his Ursa a decent amount.
So what are we going to see out of the core Visage? We haven't really talked about him. All the action's been bottom, but I think that's the real, you know, topic.
I always like Solar Crest on that hero. Solar Crest is going to be incredibly good. I just don't know if the Bristleback's going to get it, but Solar Crest Atos is what we see normally.
What are the preferred talents for Visage?
Newbee and I were talking about it earlier.
As support, you generally want the goal per minute because, you know, just 1 goal. Oh my god, that's
Action bottom, S4 taking out the whole tri-lane with Alpha Fly. Oh, those quills, though. So strong.
But as a core, you generally want the percentage. It's a big percentage gain for level 10 talent. And he's likely going to pick that up.
1900 damage done by the quills there.
It looks like he's going drums for simple system. So just mass auras.
It's going to be a fat fly.
They do have a lot of minus armor too. They have goo and they have the weave. So the birds can do a ton of damage here.
And Newbee do not have much physical damage mitigation this game. They don't have a dazzle or some naturally tanky hero like a Dragon Knight.
No Sven.
I mean, I guess Ursa could build Lats, but Ursa right now is having...
Ursa's got issues here in the bottom lane. The Sunstrike comes out with the Burrow Strike connected as well. Mugi wondering where his team is. Jerax with the timely Sandstorm, dodging that last auto attack that would have killed him. Device phase boots now. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ana tanking the Spirit Siphon, goes in with the Cold Snap, likely going down here, wants to take someone with him. Won't be happening though. And meanwhile, they still chase for more Faith. Pursued out by S4 and Fly. I think that's a bit too far to go with S4 out of mana. Does have the Soul Rain and the Salve, but KP looking for the punish. The Echo is available. Could be an opportunity here for the old Shaker.
Losing lanes when you have an Ursa on your team is always a really, really bad sign. It's kind of like losing the early game with a Drow Ranger. So I'm not favoring Newbee's chances going into the later game, unless this like core Visage just does not pan out for them.
Nice glimpse back, but perhaps it could come back to hurt them. They have the Shaker locking him down with the Enchant Totem damage. It's enough. Newbee will get the kill. Could see that. Death Prophet, one of the better heroes to deal with that tanky Bristleback.
Middle tower is under attack.
5 heroes though?
Radiant's
Oh, that's worth it.
are fortified.
You gotta kill that Bristle.
Radiant's
I don't know, they're getting, like, Invoker's not a hero that you want to leave alone. Same with this Visage, who is currently dragging the creeps away.
Well, now they're rotating from lane to lane, looking for Ana as well. Ghost Walk with the dust. They came prepared. Newbee, they'll take the Invoker too, or will they? Yes, they will. Uphill, no miss.
Where's that miss?
Radiant's top tower.
What if that uphill attack was following you and you ran up 2 hills? Should that be a guaranteed miss?
No. It would be 25%. At most, you should double it.
Alright.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
And even that is some ice fraud, I would say.
Guaranteed miss. Well, Notel gets his first tower. Ooh, the double move speed build.
I always like hearing like Lumi's ideas about how the game should be rebalanced, though. What would you say your craziest idea ever was, Lumi? If you had to pick one.
Oh, it was when we were casting this, like, you know, 120-minute game, and they started running out particles, so the map was raining fire. And it said that that shouldn't be an animation, it should just be like actual fire raining down, you know? So you like
you're taking damage.
Yeah, you just take damage, speed up the game.
There's a lane ward here, but S4 doesn't have the vision in the jungle, and he's gonna get punished for it. They come in with Mugi, try to stay in front of him, has the enrage, so Mugi can tank these quills. Newbee again takes the 4-hero rotation, but again they get a kill. The conga line bottom does pay off.
It's okay if they don't lose the mid tower for it, and it looks like SC is gonna port back in time to at least slow down the push. These birds, I don't know if they were seen. SC is playing like, yeah, he knows the birds are there.
Tower is under attack.
These are like little baby birds. So much smaller than the normal familiars. Those wings.
Look at that. Are you watching this Alacrity bird action? Oh my god.
Their attack speed is ridiculously fast. So... get weave.
And they find SCCC as well. Sunstrike coming through. Good connection there. Doesn't have that defensive support to save him. No Oracle, no Dazzle, and gets punished for it. The Familiars cutting off Faith, rolling right through Newbee's backlines. The physical damage ramps up from OG, and the towers start to melt.
Alacrity plus Bird.
Yeah, man. Is that the
pretty
new
good.
cheese? Better than Alacrity
Is under attack.
Fire, or, you know, the
That got
panda?
nerfed though.
Yeah, that got nerfed. Well, this is not nerfed, right? So, let's go.
Next patch.
Next match. OG's revealing too much strats. Need to save him for TI, man.
This is feeling like a tough Ursa game now as they continue to harass him here. He's going to have to enrage off that Poison Touch, Jarex. Still looking to close the gap, and he will connect with the Epicenter, the Burrow Strike, the Sun Strike too. Moogie needs help, and he ain't going to get it. Back to the morgue for him. And OG over to the Tier 1 bottom, looking for their third
Radiant's
Tier 1 tower
is under
in
attack.
around 11 minutes.
You know, now that I'm looking at the Visage versus Ursa matchup,
Radiant's
it seems like Visage is just really good at just controlling the Ursa, even through his ultimate, right? They're just so much slow and disabled just from the hero package. Never mind the, you know, Burrow Strike, Cold Snap, and all that stuff. I don't know actually what this Ursa can do until it gets Blink. And he's nowhere near the ballpark of getting a Blink.
It's a hard Ursa game, to be honest.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower
Like, you go on
is
someone,
under
you commit, and then right when they're
Grave,
about to die,
yeah.
Grave. Cold Snap, Invoker's really good at kiting you.
Ice Wall, yeah.
As long as he can get Roach though, he should still be relevant throughout the later phases of the game. However, he could potentially get scattered out by Sunstrike or Visage Familiars. However,
under attack.
Visage Familiars are pushing bottom, and Invoker is nowhere to be
Dire
seen.
structures.
Speaking of which, that bottom tower is dropping pretty quickly. They're going to scout it out now. And No-Tail starts to rotate immediately. Did buy the Tome. Looking for that level 10 ASAP. The Roche is low. About to die to Moogie. Tanking this gank is Kaka. Likely going to pay for it with his life. Tries to retreat. The Soul Assumption. And the Familiars take him down. But that for an age is not too shabby for Newbee if they can get out. And looks like they will.
So I'm not sure how much they can do with it though. I think it's more like gonna be better for actually like to death
Uh-oh.
of it.
Moogie's sticking around.
Yeah. I think Ben, you're saying like this Aegis is not gonna be letting them taking like a tower or anything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's particularly great. They have to take it because their lineup
Right,
is
right.
meant to be able to do Roshan, but at the same time, it doesn't aid them as much as it would for a normal line.
I think the best thing that this Aegis can do for them is like have OG overcommit for a kill, and then you just let long fight drag out with Exorcism.
Yeah, that's 4 stack. Oh man, it's a quad stack, quad ancient stack he's taking out. Arcane Rune makes it easy.
And they are smoking while this is happening, showing 2 bottoms, so it's not too obvious. Newbee have the vision up the hill. They'd love to get eyes on Ana, and they will with the rolling boulder forward. Now the silence connecting, good boulder smash, and with that the Spirit Siphon, the enchant totem. Fissure timed perfectly. Good combo takedown from Newbee, and another death for Ana. Still up there in net worth, but definitely not on top the way he would like.
They're never getting these like kills into towers though. They got the Bristle kill on bottom, T1 bottom still up. They get this devoted kill in the jungle, but he's still going to be up by the time this T2 push happens. So there's just not that much they can actually do.
Moogie being pursued quite a bit here. He's going to enrage, TP, nothing to cancel that. Make it out. Still though, he is running from the Bristle, not running at him. No-Tail does opt for the XP gain talent.
Yeah, his level 25 doesn't seem that insane. So I'm not sure how I feel about him as a core, but No-Tail, show me the light.
Show me the light.
He doesn't really have to be like a hard one though, right? Like you look at their draft, they have plenty of other late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him as Ursa bottom.
He's got 8.
I don't think he wants to spend it like that. Where's the TPs?
Team is going to come in now. The Weave is deployed. Moogie almost losing that Aegis, and now the Yule Scepter from SCCC. He'd love to get something going here with the Echo from KP. He will. Yes, sirree. Now the Fissure coming through. Fly on the run. They're going to lose S4, and the Aegis in return for that. If that's all they get, it's really not enough for Newbee. And it seems that is all they'll get.
Again, I don't think they'll be able to convert it.
The lanes are just pushing too hard against them. OG really good at split pushing here.
Conversion makes it sound like football. It's like your third down conversion rate.
Your exorcism conversion rate.
Dire's bottom
Yeah.
tower
Right now it's
is
0%. Actually, did they use it for top? I'm not sure.
Well, they got top, but it's not because of the exorcism.
So 0 gank into conversion rate. Tower conversion.
Tower
Objective
conversion. Right? I think it's okay to use Exorcism for like a big fight, right? Or you know.
Was that a big fight? One. What?
No,
is
that
the
was not a
Bristle
big
key
fight.
kill?
I mean, given the fact that you have a Visage as your one position, you do want the Bristle to lift some of that weight. So repeatedly killing the Bristle does have some merits, I think.
It's like Newbee are gonna conga line to the river now. Rolling onto No Tail, or trying to. Kaka gets off the Boulder Smash, the Glimpse back, set up by this, and now they can get onto him with the Spirit Siphon, as well as the Enchant Totem. Good pickoff, but the Familiar Interruption, it's a beauty from No Tail. Now, perhaps the Epicenter coming through. KP taking some hefty damage here, stays alive. The Magnetize, it's enough to force them on their heels. He actually didn't end up going for that Epi, but they still get 3. Moogie now in trouble. Enrage tries to TP out. Nope, Burrow Strike's gonna deny that. 4, make it dive down.
Okay, so that team fight is the reason why you want to have a core Visage. He got jumped by like 4 heroes, but Gravekeeper Cloak is a spell. I mean, yeah, you get like 80% resistant when you have 4 stacks on. He just like took it up the chin.
That and the Familiars were in like the dream position to completely change the complexion of that fight.
He didn't even have double summon. Like normally you just like have your birds, stun them all, summon, stun them all again, and then you just laugh at them.
Wasn't even their full team fight. Jarx didn't actually Epicenter.
It's pretty scary.
I think core Visage needs to be played like a high tempo core hero. Like think of Lifestealer, but maybe a little bit even faster. You're
like a Razor or something.
I mean, Razor sometimes go Midas, right? Like I think with this hero, you just like get your first item and you just go, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And in terms of a drafting perspective, you need your mid and offlane to be like more carriage growth. So the Invoker and Bristleback pairing, to me, it makes a lot of sense here. This is super neat.
Neato.
I like it.
So he's skipping the medallion because Dazzler's going for it, and then he's going for straight axe. No complaints here. Good build.
3 stuns is better than 2.
Confirm.
Any high enough level so that his Familiars actually are pretty tanky. They don't have a good way to kill the Familiars. Like Bristle is really good at killing Familiars. That's one of the best ones, I think. But Sniper is like so. It's more you don't actually like. You want to just be able to kill it just by doing what you normally be doing. So Bristle, like you're tanking anyways. Right. You're pressing close spray anyways.
What about DPO?
DPO seems like a lot of small instances. Proc the Gravekeepers.
Yeah. I think that's the key thing. The birds are much squishier if Gravekeeper isn't applied onto them, right? So breaking the Visage Cloak, I think, is priority number 1 if you're taking a team fight for Newbee.
Well, Newbee trying to spread the map out their own way as KP is worming his way here through the trees, but in the river they found SCCC, has the Eul Scepter, has the high ground, has Moogie in possession who jumps in, straight on the fly, gonna force out that Grave nice and early. That means it's not available for a core such as Ana, who's being hounded from the rear. Is forced back on his heels. Kaka looking for the long range shot, not gonna happen, and meanwhile No Tail with the flank play, bringing down Faith on the Disruptor. Still moving in even deeper as Moogie, but he does not have the enrage. He melts to the meatball. No Tail gets the last hit. And now, S4 gets in the action. Echo Slam committed. Only for the Bristle, and he's graped again. The fight's lasted long enough for a secondary grape to come out. Oh, this is looking real bad for Newbee as they get run over. 4 down. Now looking for the 5th. SCCC on the run. Exorcism even committed for this fight. In addition to the Echo, so their whole complement of huge team fight spells thrown out the window in a lost endeavor. And now it's OG, a great pushing lineup, breaking the base.
Oh, I can't wait to see Alacrity on them birds. Let's go. Oh my god. Can the frames even keep up?
Plus 115.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That was
We get the glimpse back on Ana here, though. He's trying to retreat successfully with the help of his team. Ursa moving in. Fissure just clipping him. Could this be an opening? A follow-up glimpse available in 8. They do have that Static Storm, but S4 is the front line, and you don't really want to poke the Porcupine. Newbee forced to back away. OG Seems like they may stick around knowing that Exorcism's on cooldown and still commit for this Rex. And there's the eggs. They want shrines first.
Yes. Just watching these birds destroy everything.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So what went wrong for Newbee? Why are they in this terrible, terrible position right now? Is it all bottom lane? Where Bristle died a few times but slowed the Ursus down to a snail's pace?
I think it was mainly bottom lane, yeah. The Bristle Dazzle they got a triple kill in a 3v2.
Yeah, that led to the fact where like they eventually got the Aegis, but then we're saying, okay, what do you actually get out of that Aegis? And essentially they got nothing out of it, right? Like the Ursa being such a non-factor was a big problem. Also in that fight where they just got on the Visage and didn't even get the kill and they just got dumpstered.
Right, but Visage does need like quite a bit of time before he's that tanky and difficult to deal with, you know, so...
I don't think so. Like, I think you just need 7. You just need max cloak.
Yeah, but meanwhile, like, they could be winning all the other lanes except there's a Bristle Dazzle there, so they can't. Like, they have to commit 3 heroes just to survive in that lane.
Do you guys think that the Visage was instrumental to the strategy, or most other position ones could have fulfilled the same role if they tailored their play suitable to that?
I think if any position one that's playing this fast, right? If you have an anti-mage, then no. But
so what does the Visage offer that...
Well, for example, in that last team fight, like, when the team fight broke out, Faith just died. I think very few position 1 hero could have that kind of burst kill potential, because essentially what he's doing, he grave chill and then send birds and he's dead.
Well, they did find Ana here nice and early. Static Storm Fissure, and down he goes. Out for 50, has the buyback. The Enchant Totem doing work as Jurex gets chunked down. The pipe came in a bit too late. The trade throws Mugi. He quickly falls. Echo committed, but S4 still healthy. I don't think they have the damage to deal with him. Even if they've killed off the other cores, it ain't gonna matter. KP hiding in the river. Fissure, futile effort at that. The Exorcism not enough, and SCC on his heels has to limp away.
Yeah, those stacks replenished.
All right,
so fast.
team fight recap. Visage, 3.5k damage. Bristol. So I was watching the team fight, and it seems that Visage's armor is never shredded. There is no like enough damage instances that shreds it. I don't think the ghosts are doing enough damage.
Well, Static Storm should.
Well, he was never on the Static Storm.
I mean, you can't focus the Visage. You have to go on the Invoker first, or maybe the Dazzle.
Right. Yeah, No Tails just sends 3 birds on Faith, and Faith just casts 1 spells and dies.
I'm of the mind that the Visage definitely fits well in the strategy like you, but I think
you don't think it's
I think the Brizzle off lane was the key. The Bristle Dazzle just did way too much work. Anything that's like a decent the Brizzle lane, the Brazzle lane. Sounds a little like Brazzers.
That lane went like Brazzers for the Ursa. Let's just
not the good kind. Brizzle the Dizzle.
Brizzle my Dizzle?
that is a combo, yeah.
Mm. But yeah, that lane owns. That's mine.
Dazzle my brother.
I'm curious to see the damage output for Visage at the end of the game.
Very large and in charge.
Yeah.
That is my prediction. Oh, and Lumi, now he's got the cheese. Think of the effective HP.
He's not even dying, right?
Think of the value.
Think of the value. He'll probably cheese when he's out of mana, so he can keep those people so assumption.
But Gravekeeper's with cheese, that is so much effective HP healed. Oh my god. And weave. Wow.
And weave. Wow.
Well, that's the thing. They have heroes that actually buff up his like innate forward take. He already has armor from weave, and Bristle has pipe for extra magic.
That's how
guys, they've trapped us 4. This is their time to strike. Jump that Bristle. Get him quick before the team can come. And they're gonna try. They push him back towards the tier 4 tower. In comes the Spirit Siphon, and he cackles to himself, turns his back, stays alive. Oh, the Echo, Vivid from KP onto the Invoker. He tries to Fissure so that he can also catch out Fly. It didn't happen quite right, and now KP pays the Piper buyback here from the Spirit for round number 2, but he's not going to come back with the full complement of spells. The Magnetize is already down. OG have Newbee on the back foot, and indeed they have them out of the game. A crucial win. Thunderous applause.
It turns out Ice Frog could nerf OG's illusion heroes. They just have more cheese. Like, they are an endless supply of Le Fromage.
Is this that cheesy? I think it's just a solid strategy, Lumi.
They never needed to do the cheese, right? But the cheese is there, right? They had the Alacrity Bird. That's pretty cheesy, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get the cheese, though.
Alright, damage check. Ben.
Damage check.
Please.
Okay.